homies, ladies and gentlemen, everyone back at home, Happy New Year, and welcome back to the High Rollers, episode 65. It's kind of crazy. We're easily past the halfway mark now. 15 episodes past 50. Pushing to 70.
Quick math.
I was just saying, quick math. I'm a mathematician, obviously. Clearly, I can be working on, NASA,
15 past 50, baby. Woo.
But no, thank you, everyone. As I say too much, probably, but surely, thank you, everyone, for listening. And as always, we got a bit of a simpler episode today. Really just covering news, going over, future, but we got the Stonies coming up. They're back. And if you're a listener from last year, then you will remember it's basically our just silly little word show where we highlight all the stuff that happened in the past year. What's the best, what didn't work. Yeah, we even cover what the worst is. Yeah, we go that deep. And yeah, we just have fun with it the whole night. We bring on guests, they come in and out. It's gonna be a good time. So yeah, Tyler, what you been up to? What's going on besides Marvel Rivals? So kind of take
Marvel Rivals. Yeah. Worked New Year's, had a good one, and here we are in the new year, ready to record with my new microphone.
Hell yeah.
I think I've got a friend coming down in January to ride coasters in Tampa. So.
Oh yeah, I that friend might be also a stoner, and
imagine blazing out the barn, dude.
I mean, is that what happens?
Goddamn right. You best believe that's what's gonna happen.
Bro, we're gonna make a coaster. That's all I'm gonna say. So, spoiler: we're gonna be in Tampa for the Stumble. I forgot what Sunshine Stumble is what it's called. Obviously you live there. It's not like you're making your way out traveling, but thanks to you being there, we're gonna be having a true good old time. Like I said, in the barn. Everything getting baked before and after Tampa.
And during. It's easy to get vapes in there, yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say,
handful of gummies, Speaking of,
like,
what are you smoking?
So, for some reason, we've been kind of lower on the high percent. So, went back to my Apple Mints, but I have Banana OG today.
The Apple Mints, okay.
No, Banana OG is what we're on.
Okay. Which is what percent and what strain, all that?
It's indica dominant. I guess
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of makes me giggly. I'm not gonna hold you, but it's like 24.
All right.
24 scotch under 0.1.
I'm smoking a 27.4% hybrid. I think it's an indica leaning one. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, when I'm down there, I'm gonna have to be like, hey, can you run in real quick and grab me a little Benjamin? Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no, easy. I got enough Benjamins. Just probably have to get a cart.
So that's gonna be a thing. I get to finally see boy cat and girl cat in the flesh and just be a. You don't understand. I love cats. So like.
In the flesh, yeah, they're pretty good.
Or in the fur, I should say. I guess they do have flesh, but.
They do.
We don't really see that unless you obviously have a skinless cat. So yeah, in the fur. And that's going to be like that. I'm excited to see some of the food places. And then that Friday, I think they're hitting breweries, so that's going to be a whole vibe.
Yeah, there's a ton really close to the park too.
And I have a pass, so I mean, if that Friday, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to do some pre-gaming, not only, with the brewery, but also with Bush, then
I've got the pass and free parking, so.
That's going to be a good time. Jordan going?
Probably.
It's like, you better tell him to be like, look, don't forget. Because they have it's only like a 2-week fill-in, I think, now. Because they'll announce it, and then when they announce it, you only got, like, a short time period.
Yeah, he bought his.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Because I just need y'all to buy yours because you're there. Like everything else is covered. You're just there. Just buy it. So it's like I wish if I could buy my Virginia one now, I would. So like, all right, yeah, I'm going. There's no question. But they used to have them early, but they are to make it easier for them, and I get it. Like you have, and honestly, I would take advantage of it too. I'd be like, look, I know I have like a month. Sit on this, get a new paycheck or two, and then I'll pay for the stumble. Yeah, I get it because it's like then it leaves people straggling because they get the submission. Like, hey, like, are you actually coming? And
well, I think you could probably just prepare for that. Like, be like, do the studies. Be like, all right, well, if we let people not pay right away, what's the success rate, I guess, or unsuccess rate? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what they're drawing this year because like, I kind of do see it because when I saw like, oh, you only got this time, I was like, all right, I'm paying. Like, I'm not forgetting about it. I'm getting it out of the way. Like, compared to like every other stumble where I'm just like, oh, I'm doing it, and then it's like last day of submission. All right, I submitted, and it was like a month and a half later. Like maybe not that long, but
I always end up forgetting that kind of shit, so I gotta do it right away.
But go to a Sunshine Stumble. We have Gwazi ERT, a picnic. The Buzz Bars will be having a great time. So, show up. Seriously. Buzz Bars is nothing but a good time. Always have a great time with them. Especially, Jesus, Upper Mass, man. I think, Tyler, you would love that area so much, truly.
Upper where?
Upper Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That New Haven area. Oof.
Got family there.
Yeah.
Good pizza.
I mean, I was saying I would go back just for the vibe check. Just to see the culture, what's going on around here. Obviously fit in Boulder Dash, Wicked Cyclone, and Superman in there, or Perman. Sorry, Perman. But
no, tell him that disrespect.
It's just Perman. Just put on, or that's just Clark Kent. No.
Clark Kent, yeah, he's still wearing the glasses on.
I'm saying he looks a bit tubby. It's the bit of effect he has where he makes himself look not as jacked. That stuff. A bit disheveled. That's what you feel getting off Superman in New England. But I still
such a hater.
I say that and it's like. Still, like I lapped it probably like 6 times. I want to go to that park in summer because I truly think that top 2 could be maniacal. When you just get a little bit of heat in there, because they're already running good for me. 50 degree weather. So,
I must have had a slow wheels on my Wicked Cyclone.
We'll have to see. I want you to get the Redemption ride.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What do you think of Twisted Colossus? Actually,
yep.
You like it?
Oh, sorry, I have ice in my mouth. No, I like it more than Cyclone.
Okay, because like I think those are similar, except one's longer, so I prefer Twisted Colossus. Because like literally, it's basically 2 RMCs. Like you kind of can't beat that. But yeah, I was like, truly, I think, because I got it on a cooler day, and I was going in like, oh, it'll be whatever, and I was blown away. So I'm curious to see if I'm just crazy, or.
No, that's a good thing. I mean, I didn't love it that much, but I had a very Six Flag day. So.
No, I'm telling you, like, you'll have days.
That does a lot.
That's basically why I tell people, to your point, it's like, it's hard for me to be getting off of Steel Vengeance and Maverick, and they are literally world-class roller coasters, and then I have to deal with Cedar Point now, the rest of the day. Because I got to wait 3 hours to get back on those rides, like. Sorry, an hour and a half if I have fast lane, so. Which is $200 on that day, or any given day. I just think they're a foul resort. But any other bullshit we got here? What's been going on? It isn't coaster shit. I guess I went to KD for New Year's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Shit was fun. I didn't get as many Twimbies rides as I wanted because, truly speaking, that event is actually pretty big now. And shout outs to Airtime Mike. Shout outs to it was kind of like now that I think about it, it was a Coaster podcast, like a Virginia Coaster podcast meetup. It was kind of cool because we had Airtime Mike there with Coaster Cousins, obviously with Coffee with Coaster Bro, and to my surprise, Bob and Greg showed up from Side Friction podcast. Unfortunately, no Steph, but yeah, we were just hanging all night, just talking, grilling with the merch. Every close ride, we were like, oh, closed. Oh, that ride's gone forever. The ride's done. We saw
So
Pantherian's chain lift. I'm gonna put that in the high rollers actually, because I think you'll find this interesting. That picture that's going around of 305's new paint.
Yeah,
it's edited, bro. Because I wrote it, but like while it was getting painted, and it was not that yellowish orange. It was like orange, and then the picture I'm about to send, like obviously it was at night. It's not gonna be the best picture, but this is clearly like it's orange. It's orange, and the support is gonna be like a weird ombre going down.
It's weird, like half painted like that, though.
There are. I think that's the last thing they got to do, cause like that's I was like, they got all that done. They just need to do that last truss and the drop, like the first part of the drop, cause they have everything up until literally the apex. Then it's just still red. But yeah, it's orange now. It's a tiger, orange and black. But yeah, I don't know why that picture was giving me Batman 305 vibes. I don't know why. I'm not even going to say the person who was throwing it around. I don't even know who the original photographer is at this point. So it's like, yeah, I don't know why it's so yellow in those pictures. I think maybe they tried to make it lighter at night when they took the picture or something.
That thing looks literally yellow.
Nah.
No, in the photo, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks like Batman. Yeah, when I saw it in person, it's orange. If anything, a light orange, but it's still orange. It'll fade a little like Goliath. How Goliath looked in over Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's a good fade. With that black, that's not bad.
Is that paint job done yet?
Actually, that might be. I know. So from the news I heard, thanks to the Thrill Culture, to Pay and Brian and Antonio, they've been like going at it since November and like almost halfway done. So at this point, New Year, it would not surprise me if it's just teal and orange now, inversed. Which honestly, it'll probably grow on me, but because probably like how Phantom's Revenge did, because I really did not like the purple at first. And then I'm like, you know what?
You didn't see, I'm a purple guy. I love purple.
See, I am too, but I was just so used to the teal, the classic teal look. That was like, it threw me off. But then as I literally went there and wrote it, and I'm like, okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. This looks cool. If anything, like they could even swap it every other year or so, like if they really want to. Because technically the trains are the same thing. It's like there's a purple train and a teal train, which I think teal train slightly runs better. But that's a slight little tool tip.
I still want to get on Black Train on Daddy Force over at Dorney Park.
I actually don't think I've been on Black Train. I've been on like
everybody hypes it up. So, and yeah, I don't think are your only rides on the day we were there?
No, I've gone on after.
Okay.
And I was like, it was running ridiculous. Like, but I have heard they were trimming it now.
Yeah, it's not as the same.
No, they don't hold you on the chain lift now. Still, do they?
I don't think they ever did. No.
No, it used to be slow.
Slowed it down. I don't know. Hopefully not.
Yeah, because I'm like
make that first half really good.
Now, what would scare me is if corporate basically said, you guys are shaking too many pennies out of this. Stop. So
Yeah, I guess that's technically what happens, isn't it?
Because I'm just saying, a lot of this change happened when the merge officially happened, and apparently it started getting trimmed in the middle of summer, and that was like the 1st of July when the merge happened of last year. Oh God. But yeah, I guess we could talk about that a bit, because obviously something happened with my park with that merge. They really are making a great impression with this merge, huh? A great impression.
Swing and a miss.
I don't know. I feel like what I learned from this Imperla situation with Top Thrill 2, I'm going to stand on my opinion here. I always did not like this at all. I think they were both doing their own thing in a budget way. It's almost like if Spirit and Frontier were to combine. What does that really help? You know, like, what does that really help anyone here? We're getting the same shit, but they're just trying to probably be even more budget, because that's why they even merged in the first place, to save money. So
save money, yeah.
Let's get into this, shall we? It has to be some of the first news, right? It has to be some of the first news. Well, let's just go over highlights here. King's Dominion Rapterra update with the FOF potentially getting something. I wish we had a Flight of Taylor segment, just like, and we're getting a scan in from Taylor right now in front of Flight of Fear, King's Dominion. Shout out to Flight of Taylor, by the way. But no, I will actually be doing that updates for her. Even though I think she is coming to King's Dominion this year, I will be definitely letting her know how that is, because now it will be, who knows what it will be, if that's the new Snake FOF.
Snake? Wow, that'd be...
Yeah, I say that because you're probably saying, what do you mean if you're not in the clue? But we'll get there. Indiana Beach, potentially try to buy something. What was it? Oh, yeah. Apparently, Winterfest, New Jersey is not the place to go for rides as much anymore. Anaconda for Demolition at King's Dominion. Just out of nowhere. On Christmas Eve, I believe. Yeah. Kentucky Kingdom getting big investments. And Six Flags over Georgia having full ownership. Stuff like that. So we're going to go over this small little thing here that basically is fine, because it was a little scary, but there was seemed to be a little bit of a smoke growing over at Epic Universe for a bit. But it only lasted like 10 minutes, and it ended. You know, nothing else happened. So no need to be alarmed in case that goes around here. It's all chill now. It's all cool. But
is that not a controlled burn with that thick black smoke like that? Like
that's
diesel
what I'm thinking.
fuel?
And maybe I was also thinking that too. If it lasted that long, it might have been controlled. But let's go over this Rapterra update. So King's Dominions doing a Jungle X update. I should probably throw on the music.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rapterra construction updates. For this was December 19th. But basically they said they're done. I don't know if we covered the rattle or anything, but
the bouncy launch?
Yeah, I guess I'll also cover New Year's Eve alongside this, because we had a great time with Airtime Mike, Kat, meeting Tish as well. And Airtime Mike always has thoughts. He always has opinions. And I'll go listen to Coaster Cuzzies, truly, to get his full thoughts and opinion, because he probably went over the same thing now I'm going to be saying, but just TLDR'd. But he says that essentially if your park is going through, you know, the Great Passage right now, the Thanos snap.
Say goodbye to all the coasters that you like.
Basically, he's saying that if it's happening to your park's going to be getting investment. And generally, he does have very accurate rumors, very accurate theories, right? He brought up a really good point. That at first, me and Bob didn't necessarily agree, because I do, and I love those two. I'm just saying, they both have great takes. Go listen to their podcast, Side Friction podcast, and Coaster Cuzzies, truly. But he was saying, if you look at what King's Dominion took out something, they put something right back in, generally speaking. And And when you did follow that track record, they did. It goes all the way back to King Cobra to Anaconda. And all the way back to Smurf Mountain, Volcano. And Hypersonic, they put, obviously a flat ride, but it really does. They really do put something quick right after. He brought up with Carowinds. Those stuff. And I was like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but then I'm like, I was saying what Bob was saying. This is not the same Cedar Fair. This is kind of a penny pinching, even more conservative. We're going to go with, like, I'm sorry. You see some of the things happening overseas. It's kind of just like, they're getting all the innovation. We're getting just the safe bets. Even in thrill rides sometimes. Alpine Fury is probably the exception.
I was just about to bring up Alpine Fury.
But that's it, like, the stuff overseas is going off. But to be fair, we have had
Siren's Curse is going to be pretty tight.
I do think Siren's Curse looks like the better of the tilt coasters. Unfortunately. It's because it's at Cedar Point. Unfortunately.
What, over Gringotts?
No, over,
What, Gringotts is the other tilt coaster? Oh, the one in Texas?
Yeah, I was about to say, technically that is the first tilt, so they can't even say that.
Yeah, I know.
Universal should be like, actually, put on my Ricky hat real quick.
Well, they stunted on Iron Gwazi when they opened Velocicoaster on time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should do that. Be like, first tilt coaster, here you go.
Yeah, instead of this random battle, it's literally like seeing like a race where someone's a whole lap ahead of everyone. The whole 3 laps. And then
second and third think they're in first place, but in reality, they're not.
Like, I don't know. I would assume Codaland has probably good progress now. Am I sharing my screen, by the way?
I am not looking, but I can.
I'm not sharing my screen, so I am now. I'm going to try to look the Redditverse. Because generally speaking, people there give pretty good photos of construction and whatnot. Roller coaster. Yeah. Roller coaster. Reddit. They also go crazy on here sometimes too. So probably majority of the time. So, that's a good point. This guy brings up. Will we see more coasters like Area Force One? Okay. I thought of a new segment right on the spot for New Year. Browse the Reddit. Not
Answer the
for
Reddit
news.
questions. You know what's I think is a good one is read coaster reviews from like GP on like Google. That shit's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Maybe we can do that tonight too. Fuck it. Like, that sounds just funny.
Like what's a roller coaster you like?
Let's just do 305.
I-305?
Yeah.
What is it now? How do I find this? Yeah.
Oh, which by the way, if you do come here like this year, I have an incredible spot that I know how to get to for a picture of the ride. It's the complete first drop, but like from the actual like side angle.
Okay.
It's sick.
Lovely.
Yeah, and it's completely legal. It's not like it's
honestly, all the reviews are really good for I-305. So
okay, but look for the bad ones. You got to like filter it out.
One says, "Raise hell, praise Dale." That's awesome.
Really?
Oh, that's Jordan. That's literally my brother. 2 years ago. That's fucking great. I'm gonna post it in
Jordan's
Discord.
on Google review. That's hilarious.
No, it's on the Captain coasters.
Oh, okay.
That's funny that I just stopped at that one.
That's hilarious.
Trying to find it. They're all 5 stars. So,
but to answer this one Reddit one, I think will we see more coasters like Area Force One? To be honest, the coasters like Area Force One are gonna be so far and few in between, in my opinion. Especially now, I mean, parks have eye boxes, but there are not eye boxes like Area Force One. Like that is the craziest ejector you will get on a roller coaster, truly. So I don't think a lot of parks are gonna be saying, hey, they want, their guests to feel. Now maybe it might make sense at a big. It really depends, but truly speaking, I don't know. I think those rides are far and few in between. Like 305 is another example. Like there's not that many coasters that really do make you black out, gray out. Really ever since. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like there's very few. For me, at least. Now, I need to go overseas and see what's been cooking over there with those Intamins and Vacomas. But
You're talking like new coasters, right?
right. Like the new, what's been happening, people will get off like, and I say immediately at Iron Menace, people were like, wow, like, I was graying out there and them. I'm like, I was not definitely, I felt the force, like it was forceful, but I wasn't graying out, And truly speaking,
you have a high tolerance. Though.
I was about
You're
to say,
different.
I grew up riding 305. So it's like,
Yeah.
that to me, I feel like will forever be like.
Because, like, honestly, like, think of your most mid, like, B&M looper, and, like, some of those loops can knock me out.
Mm-hmm. Like, I rode, what's that ride in New England? Is it Batman Dark?
Yeah, Batman Dark Knight.
That one actually had a pretty, like, forceful, I think it was right after the Cobra roll into the loop. I thought that was actually quite good, but I was like, it's still, overall layout is very, that's mundane, I'm sorry. They just threw that in. Cookie cutter.
I was nearly blacking out at that time for some reason. I got really sick after whatever that little spinny weird thing is.
Oh, that really Pandemonium?
No, the roller coaster, the 40.
Oh, Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I'm good because those, I'm telling you, they're a bit too big. So when I get a lot of spins, it can make me sick. And when I'm sick like that, it's like a 50-50 chance that I'll make it through the day. Like,
yeah, it was rough. We didn't stay that late, but it was a slow day, so we got like everything done.
I hear that park, generally speaking, can be slow. Like when I went, it was slow. Granted, it was a haunt day, but like, you would think for a haunt that like a lot of people would be there, but right before Halloween, all that stuff.
I think we were just before the haunt, but yeah, because we went in September.
I think it's a great time to go because all the leaves in that area is so pretty.
And everyone was at what's that big fair thing they have?
I don't know. I'm uncultured about that area to be completely honest. But
the big E, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that.
No, you're good. What else is here on the? We'll do one more on the Reddit verse and then move on. But onto Codaland. But otherwise, 2024, a slower year. But generally speaking, I can't really complain about how I did in the last of coaster-wise. Looking forward to 2025, though. Next ride removals after the opening of Alpine Fury. I guess Canada's Wonderland, but for me, I don't know if you saw Coaster Studios' video about what KD could potentially remove alongside with Anaconda, but a big theory a lot of us have is Berserker. Because
what is that? That's a flying ship?
Yep, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
I think it'd be one of the last ones in the world too.
Man, I don't enjoy those at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't. I would be sad because I love hang time, but the process of getting in and out is one of the stupidest you have to endure in the amusement industry. Not all time. Let's do past week, huh? No Codaland within the past week.
That sounds about right.
Version was installed though. Like they have the layout at least going. So
that's so cool looking. Holy shit.
Now their profiling is hope it's not too perfect though. Hopefully you still get, good whip and everything.
Ragdoll me.
Mm-hmm. Look, if you're not gonna ragdoll me, at least give me a good float. Like that has to be the alternative.
Depends on the speed of that inversion. Yeah, looks awesome though.
Slow to the ground, so hopefully we're going pretty fast. That's what I'm hoping. No, so far, Circuit Breaker / Codaland is winning in the Battle of the Tits. That's what I'm calling it now, because they've been tiddling and scratching their ass for so long. Now, this shouldn't even be a battle. This should be up, but here we are.
Yeah, they're building in Florida speed.
For real, like. Wait a minute. I think Bush is not on here.
Hey, good job. Back to back, no Bush week.
No United, so.
Good on you guys. Get your shit together. You owe me money for tearing down Scorpion.
Right. And having, like, what's with the rattle on Phoenix Rising? I'm sorry. Like, can we sit here and talk about that? What is? I've heard that actually, a big proponent of B&M has been going around to actually try to resolve the issue currently. So we'll see if they can. Hopefully, it is something that they can do.
Yeah. I don't think that one's Penguins is more noticeable than Phoenix is, but I mean you'll see. You'll see.
You'll see.
It's not bad.
See. Yeah, honestly, I don't think it'll be even anything that's like that's actually gonna ruin the ride experience. To be honest, it's just like I guess it shouldn't feel that way for it being brand new. Because how's it gonna feel in like 5 years? You know, like.
Yeah.
But Indiana Beach is buying a water park.
Where at?
Let's see.
In Jersey?
Yeah, they're buying it in New Jersey. Huh. Wow.
What water park, I wonder?
The addition of Big Kahuna's Water Park in West Berlin, New Jersey. Growing attractions. Let me how many parks do they own?
Is that close to Six Flags?
I'll have to see, actually. That's a good what properties? Yeah, what's your properties? So Indiana, New Jersey, New York. New York, baby, New York. All right, Indiana Beach,
Nigeria,
obviously.
Okay.
Nigeria.
Or Nigeria, Jesus Christ. Niagara Falls.
I mean, I was like, well, that's very far. Africa.
Nigeria.
You're like, wow, Gene, you're really spreading your roots there.
Good on you, Indiana Beach.
Oh, jeez. Big Kahuna's, that's new. But they didn't have much. They had Clementon Parks and Splash World. Where is Clementon? I've no clue where that is. It's not telling me on the site. New Jersey. It's New Jersey. Clementon, New Jersey. I need to be more cultured. Sorry. Niagara. I'm assuming that's either Niagara, yeah.
Or in Africa, because it's Nigeria and we're both reading it wrong.
Yeah, so there's Nigerian parks that they picked up. So Gene Stable's making big moves.
I'm gonna RCDB Nigeria.
Nicolas to Six Flags. That is a 2.5 hour drive. Six Flags America. Interesting. What about Six Flags Great Adventure? Huh? So it's in between those two. It has to be, right? Wait. Nah, Six Flags Big Kahuna is actually just an hour, just under an hour out.
Yeah, it's near Philly.
But that's crazy. I didn't realize that Marylanders were 3 hours away, essentially, from Great Adventure. That is wild. Well, they can go screw themselves right now, so. Because what y'all did to cause travesty, I'm sorry. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah, Indiana Beach is a park I do eventually want to get to. I'm just kind of nervous.
Dude, I'm trying to do Texas in March.
Yeah, I saw you were talking about the itinerary about that.
Hmm.
And it is kind of hard, like a lot of people were saying in the thread, because everything's spread out. And Texas is big as fuck. So, really, just be there for the Texan culture at that point, too.
Ugh, I want nothing to do with Texan culture.
Hey, Austin ain't bad, and San Antonio's a great place. There's
Yeah.
good parts of Houston.
Yeah.
I can't speak for Dallas, to be honest. I just...
I agree.
But no, that's just me coming from there. Well, half Texan. But there's good places. There's good people. San Antonio is obviously a bit biased, but it's getting, it could be better right now.
I just don't understand why the two parks are so far away from one another.
Oh, thought they were hitting, something big, like, hey, we're gonna have two parts, the East and the West Texan can get to, and if they really want to travel out or if they have family out, across, they can go there and get that Six Flags. And honestly, it makes sense, right? It's just the fact that Over Texas is your flagship and looks the way that it looks is astonishing. But
So what city are they both in?
so one is right outside Dallas, and
Uh,
the other is right outside San Antonio.
hmm. And Houston doesn't have anything?
Houston had Astroworld actually, and now they haven't had anything since. Very sad. So technically, they had 3 of them, right? Because I think Six Flags had Astroworld at some point, or were they just their own entity? Check it real quick. The formal purchase of Astroworld by Six Flags concluded in 1978.
They did.
So that was one of their first parks, huh? Well, Six Flags purchased the 20-year operating lease. Six Flags acquisition. Yeah. So, yeah, Six Flags had 3 parks in Texas. That's, they basically hit every single, they had like a triangular.
Each park gets 2 flags.
Yeah.
Quick math.
Yeah, it's more like 144 flags, to be honest. But too many flags, too many red ones. Yeah, I was saying this Adventureland coaster is interesting. They're getting a... I don't even know if this is a coaster, to be honest.
What the fuck is that?
This is like it's like a Visa, but it's like on like 2 sides off the track, and it has like it's 2 spikes, like
With a splash down?
that's what I'm saying. Like, is that a splashdown in the back? Like, I'm just confused. Like, this looks. It's called Wave Twister. It's coming to Adventure Island in 2025. Where is Long Island's amusement park? So that's another New England park. I'm just like, what the heck is this? Who made this? Let me see. RCDB. Random coaster. This is not a wacky worm, but what the hell is this? Tomorrow coaster? Manufacturer Senoi Kogyo. Okay. I'm not even gonna try. But what was Wave Twister is what it's called? Yeah, it's not a coaster. I consider it a coaster, but that's just a weird ass. It looks like it probably is Zamperilla, but it looks like the Zamperilla Discos. but like actually somewhat of a layout. Like it has like a banked turn into just a spike, and then backwards to another spike.
Yeah, the sorry, I had to switch to my phone. I'm gonna go outside here in a minute.
No, you're good. But yeah, it's interesting. I was saying Winterfest used to be the best time, or Christmas in the park. I think that's what they called it for Six Flags. Used to be the best time to go and ride Nitro at Six Flags Great Adventure, because to me that was when they had to run the ride with no trims, make sure it ran in that valley. But they would run it for the coldest of weather. It was kind of crazy. I'm assuming corporate got a hold of what they were doing, and they said we don't like that. Stop. Too much money being spent.
Because this is for Nitro?
Yes, Nitro used to give the best winter rides.
Yeah. Everybody says that it almost, you could argue it was better in the summer or the winter. Like, that's how good it was.
Like, Nitro closed during holiday in the park due to cold temperatures. Never seen that.
It's never done that, right?
Never.
That's some bullshit. It's such a good ride.
Yeah, Nitro to me is one of the underrated ones. I never understood the hate necessarily. Thought I had a lot of what people wanted in a hyper. And it was long.
Yeah, people don't like roller coasters.
Why? Coasters are fun, man. It's just some of them are better than others. But they're still fun.
Not many are better than Nitro.
Yeah. Yeah, not many. I mean, on the grand scheme of like 5,000 plus coasters in this world, yeah, it has to be in like the top 1%.
Yep.
Yoi. I try to look up what this means.
Yeah, dude, that's the worst name ever.
Yoi. Like,
that's exactly what I think of every time.
Like, I'm literally Doodle-Bob thinking of the name. Okay. Anyways, it's done. I don't know if they've been testing it or anything, but it looks really cool next to Goliath in the background. That's awesome. The fact there's two dueling, one family, one throw. Has that been done before? I know there's been like milder and wilder sides per se, but I don't know if there's been specifically family like side and
dueling dragons had the blue side and then the red side.
I would still say, but that's still a throw ride though. Like
yeah, I know.
Stone birding and but it was not as it was a tamer experience. So
as tame as a 90s B&M invert could be.
I mean, shit. Fire had a fucking airtime hill. That's crazy.
You know what's funny is, like, growing up, I just always liked ice better than fire, so I thought it was cooler. And, I rode that one a lot more.
Hold
on, I got my freshly rolled doobie. First hit of the cast.
Let's go. Well, yeah, I think this layout looks ace. I give you a little better look here as I actually zoom in. I think it's gonna be. Let's see how family they'll actually make this Raptor. Because to be honest, like, looking at some of these elements, I don't know how that. Unless it's running slow, I don't know how.
Yeah, do they just have like friction brakes on the fucking wheels or something? Because it looks like it has the same drop. Like, what the hell?
Now, I will say the drop does not look that steep overall. Like, I don't
Which one's the family drop?
So I think the blue side is family and the green side is throw. Because the blue, I'm looking at the layout, that has a regular drop, and then the green side has a barrel roll drop. And then, yeah, it's a bit more the green side, but like you see it a bit more like whip and everything. I will say, this still looks short though.
Yeah, well, it's not a people eater, is it?
Yeah, because it only has like those one-seater cars. Yeah. It's like 12 per. Yeah, like Wonder Woman, I go like when I rode Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain, They were running 4 trains, but it was still kind of like glacial.
They had four trains at Magic Mountain?
Yeah, and they have a moving station, and it was still kind of glacial. Granted, their ride is... I don't know what's wrong with that Wonder Woman, but she was buggy. Like, breaking and snapping and hips popping. Like, I don't know. Like, that golden lasso was tethered. That's all I would say. Just ripped and torn.
Damn. So you like the other RMC there better?
Oh yeah, it was a lot. To me, Golden Lasso was probably one of the most underwhelming rides of the entire trip, and it was still good. But those single rails were just to me. They're okay. I have not been on the aggressive ones though. It was supposed to be open by the time I was supposed to ride Wonder Woman and Fiesta, but Jeffrey pushed it back. He pushed it back one time. Woo! Yeah, that fucking was great. I don't know why Blue's Clues came in there, but yeah, this still looks short. And maybe that will help out the operations. Maybe they're running like 2 or 3 on each side. A moving station. And maybe that there's 2 it'll help out. I just think like parents are gonna look at this and they're still gonna be like, no thanks. Like
cowards.
Like obviously if you have a cool family, but
what do you want to live forever? What do you not want to? What do you want? You don't want to throw your baby away in a roller coaster? What's wrong with you?
Now this is the safest way for any thrill, so.
I just don't really see the difference in the sides, honestly, from that picture.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. No, like I'm with you. Like, there's really not much difference. And
yeah, that's kind of nutty.
So I'm honestly leaning on that it's more like a Dueling Dragon situation, or like how a lot of dueling coasters will be, and there's a milder side and a wilder side.
Yeah. I mean, what do we know the height requirement for the left side?
So let's see if there's any of that. So. Yoy height.
Yoy.
Height requirement Wallaby because it's Holland. Because I'm curious. According to the information available, the minimum height requirement, not for those rides. I'm talking about I'm talking about Hoi Manoi. What about Hoi Manoi? Is Yoi on here yet?
Ooh.
I probably should have put in Yoi, or Thrill. I don't see Yoi on here yet, but they're open today. That's why they're open. So
how much is the coasters done? Like how much are we gonna know about them soon?
I think the coaster is done.
Oh, okay. What the heck?
Yeah, it says even on RCDB, Thrill is green, Family is blue, but like, I don't know, man. Like to me, if they have the same height requirement, it's like.
You have cool parents or not cool parents is what it comes down to.
I'm going to assume, so what's the height requirement of like a Wonder Woman Fiesta Texas height requirement?
That's got to be like extreme, right?
Because the reason I say that is like, even if it's not necessarily extreme, then like it is still the same restraints. So I'm just curious. 48 inches. So they're putting in a family coaster with RMC that's a 48-inch height requirement.
I mean, that sounds like a Busch Gardens move.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sounds like making not Penguin Trek, but the Premier Rides icebreaker with the fucking over the shoulders.
That's one thing too. We need to all look at Vekoma and just throw in the bullet and get that material, or just basically steal that restraint design for the vests, because they will have the best one. Not even all their new coasters have vests too, so I don't know why they're throwing all these vests on these coasters. I know it's to generally make the general guest feel more comfortable, but
Velocicoaster every fucking restraint, man.
well, no, not because
If you can go on that ride, that stall, that top hat, that Mosasaurus roll, that should be on every single roller coaster.
now I would say that because that ride's designed with that in mind. Because with Skyrush, because they put those on that, I don't know if it's really designed with that in mind. So it kind of hinders the experience. But that's if you want the out of control crazy, what the hell, like, yeah.
Well, I think it's probably there's too much vertical G's. They have to just make them so they don't lock on some of them, because you could not get stapled on Velocicoaster pretty fine. So
Yeah. But Yoi Minoy is opening in April. We don't know when in April. That's gonna be cool. That's gonna be rich.
might check back on my computer.
Perfect timing, because Formula Rossa is back open. Everyone was a bit worried, especially with all the closures happening, and that's what I kind of wanted to bring up too. Is it's not just the Six Flags chain, doing all these closures. To be honest, it almost felt like they did a pact and said, "Or execute Order 66," and then just start getting rid of rides this year across the globe. At least in the U.S., there has been so many lost rides within the past few months. It's kind of insane. I don't like it. No enthusiast likes it. And to be honest, sure, some of them, we're going to get too soon, like an Anaconda or Nighthawk. That, yes, those were not great rides. I'm not saying that in the slightest. In fact, Mike brought up a good point to me. If you look at Kings Dominion's lineup now, as soon as they take out Anaconda, what bad ride do they have? And I'm like, yeah. To be honest, yeah, they Rapterra we got to see, right? But it's kind of hard to. It's gonna be hard for that to be bad, to be honest. It might not be world class, excellent, elite, but it's not gonna be bad. So it's just the fact that all these rides this year have been closing. This has to be one of the biggest years of roller coaster closures. At least major roller coasters, right? So
yeah, especially with the lack of communication from the Cedar Fair parks.
And then I guess they think it's a good idea to just throw it under the rug with something new, but I'm sorry, you can't close 6 rides at Great Adventure and be like, all right, we're giving you a boomerang, happy 50th. That's not, they can't really think we're that dumb. And if they do, then you might lose some consumers, unfortunately. But hopefully it's not to that point. Hopefully the short-term memory hits when they give some amazing attractions from manufacturers all over. Hopefully there's no blacklisting on any manufacturers. That they will put out, a design, or they have an idea for who could do it the best and they go for it. There's no... Hopefully, all the bridges are, fixed and mended. But, that's just me hoping. Honestly, truly speaking, I don't think Intamin will ever be will be rarely at these parks. And the only reason that they're at some of them now is because they either have to, in the sense of there's 2 ways that they have to. That park was already having a project with them, and or there's no other fucking manufacturer that can do what Intamin is doing in some of that some of these aspects. So it's like, all right, we have to go to you. Okay, we have to. And two, it's the Cedar Fair, man. Like they're conservative. Once they like someone, they make that person do everything. Generally speaking. And then it does across all the parks. You're like, hey, we're GCI here. We're in a GCI here. We're here. Oh, we're done with you, but can you do this special thing with this train that no one's done before, and then we get mad at you when it doesn't work?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are they? Who's gonna be their go-to then?
Yeah, at the moment, it's kind of, I don't know. From what I've heard from a lot of my sources, I normally get inside juicy NDA info from. They're very not happy with the Top Thrill 2 situation. But I'm like, what? I can't even do anything but laugh at their face, be like, what were you guys expecting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I also heard Intamin did have some input in the sense of train design, and input in the sense of they told them everything that they were doing was not going to work, and they went with it anyway. So that's rich. It's rich because they have 2 promo videos, I think, still on their YouTube channel talking about how great their train design is, having all these different departments of their coaster department come on in and talk about why it's so much better than Top Thrill Dragster, why it's going to be so much more reliable. Oh, it's not a year-long thing. Tony. I know it's not as, he's just doing what he's told, right? He's just doing what he's paid, but man, I wish he wasn't hogtied, basically. Like, and then even then, I wish he was like actually kind of like didn't hate us, you know, like as enthusiasts. Like, I wish he understood the excitement, but like I kind of get like being the face of one of the biggest roller coaster, you know, meccas in the world. Yeah, I get you might get sick of us. You might see the worst of us, so I kind of get it.
Yeah, but they're not open and honest regardless, and like I feel like a lot of the criticism is deserved.
Oh no, 100%. I'm just saying, on Tony Clark's stance, he's probably not a bad guy. He's probably actually a great guy to just hang out with, to be honest. It's just in the sense of the position that he's put in, it's unfortunate, because I really felt like he probably has the potential to stretch his legs out. He did radio before this. Like, he was actually kind of loose, you know. He kind of was like, he was kind of out there, a little bit offbeat, and it was kind of good. I mean, he obviously has the voice for it. So, I digress. I was talking about Formula Rossa somehow, and I got to this. But Formula Rossa's back open. Thankfully. Yeah, that is, a lot of people were worried. Okay, that's why, because I was saying all these closures. That's why a lot of people were worried. But yeah, it was closed for almost a year. I think like 11 months. But they were just waiting for a hydraulic part, and they got it. So, yeah, that would suck, imagining, like, yeah, Pantherian's down for the rest of the year because they got to wait for a part. That would kind of blow.
You know, what's a scary thing to think about is that's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah. Yeah, it did happen for a good bit earlier in its time, but it hasn't really been a long closure for 305. Like, it'll be like a month or so. Nothing too long. I just want to get on that ride. I want to see how it looks with that new paint. I want to see that new plaza.
Hopefully, that yellow paint.
That edited yellow paint. That making it Batman 305. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, it's definitely orange. Like, from what I saw.
You heard it first from the man himself, in person.
I can actually go over the Rapterra report. Wait, do I actually have to log in, or is this the same thing? Please be the same thing. Oh, that's the shaky. Oh yeah, there's a whole video that we can go over. So, we're gonna go over the King's Dominion Rapterra construction update. So countdown to handoff. The engineers, they're basically a lot of B&M and contractors are working on the ride right now before they give it to the maintenance team, but they're testing a lot of stuff. And this is one of the last things I think I remember for talking with Airtime Mike with, and he was like, look, this stuff is gonna, or that rattle is like not gonna be as bad as when it opens. He says like, he's talking to the mechanics around the ride, said it's gonna be, so that's just testing. He's like, that was one of the first big launches they did for the ride. He says they have no clue why they used, that footage. That he himself said that, Airtime Mike, and I agree. I'm like, I don't know why you would use that as like the first thing, because apparently they can just tighten up and do whatever. They were just, doing some testing, and they just shot it off. So we'll see if it's as bad. The Thuzy community kind of went off. I mean, I will say the track did look kind of weird, but like, personally, I'm not even gonna think too much into it until I ride the ride. So
that's the way to be, baby.
Just like so, but off-ride elements, like they're saying, is gonna be awesome. I can't wait to go in there and see a wing coaster train wrapping around. It's Volcano's plot, but at least it's going over the midway. At least it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be close as hell. Like you're gonna be right there. But yeah, there it goes, 65 miles an hour. That wave turn, if it actually shoots as fast as that test video from like the one that's not going around as much, it's like on a Facebook one. Yeah, that's gonna be hitting. And apparently, from what I heard, they're probably trying to hit it at around that speed. That'd be kind of wild.
The one that was like taken from the side in the winter.
It was like taken by like behind trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was cooking. I'm like, what the fuck? It was cooking. Like, that did not look like a B&M pacing, like, at all. But they're doing all the landscaping, and they're paving out the queue right now. And they said basically when they're doing all of that, they are finishing up all the theming elements. So, yeah, Rapterra is basically finished, and that's crazy to think because, normally these parks would be like rushing to finish everything right before opening. This ride is going to open at spring break opening day. So that's how it should be. They did it right with King's Dominion here.
We're a KD Stan podcast, so holy fuck, they do it right. Look how good this website is too. Like they're showing updates, they're telling what's going on. Like parks don't do that.
Right. I love the transparency, and the thing is, I kind of do wish they kept people like Kyle coming back on the cam and stuff, and Timmy, because truly speaking, like having like a people like memorable faces that you can come back to for these updates, it was awesome. Like it was, oh Kyle, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna bring up to us today? Or what's Timmy gonna bring up for like this new question? And it was cool. But there's going to be a new light post installed, not only help illuminate the ride for nighttime rides, but also the overall experience. So I think, it's going to be like a Tumbili type of floodlights and or decorative lights to kind of make the ride look more menacing at nights, because I hate how pretty Tumbili looks at night, because I am a free spin hater, but that ride looks gorgeous at night. But yeah, with each passing day, Rapterra is coming closer to its official launch for riders. From technical refinements to its aesthetic additions, every element's coming together. Yeah, so I want to highlight from technical refinements, because that's probably what they're doing with like tightening the track gauge, tightening the wheels, bogies, whatever, to make sure that jiggles.
Yeah, the wings probably have suspension or some shit.
Yeah, they have to. I want to even say that the dampeners probably aren't even in, if that's possible. But like,
yeah,
yeah, I truly will not expect it to feel or be like that while like a drunken bird. Yeah, I hope I'm not a drunken pirate or a drunken parrot, excuse me. That's what I will call it if it really just shakes and wobbles like that. But the real exciting news of all of this is Flight of Fear is actually getting a retheme. At least here's what they said. On top of all the exciting news, Flight of Fury is being integrated into the Jungle Expedition area of the park with new colors, supporting the Way Foundation research. More to come in the Jungle Expedition enhancements at a later date. So
Snake Flight of Fear, baby.
We'll see if they're doing anything inside. It would be interesting if they just, if they actually made it like a animal research facility with like a bit of a museum vibe. That would be fucking awesome. But I don't know what you would walk into. If they got rid of the saucer, I would be kind of fucking sad. I'm not gonna lie. I love walking into the saucer. Yeah, the fucking alien saucer and the yeah, I do kind of love that shit. So that would be sad if they got rid of that, or if they're just saying like what I thought they were gonna be doing, and kind of just being like, hey, we're studying aliens here, but we're kind of like low key doing it. We're gonna make it blend in at least. So who knows? We're gonna know at another date. Thank you, Katie, for that Jungle X update. But they also got a Rapterra report here. This is where the Jiggle Jaggle came from. This actually came out 2 days before Christmas. So did someone just asked where in the park is this? I'm sorry. Facebook comments never not be amazing.
For King's Dominion and Matt Senko, who is a manager of rides maintenance. Brian, Matt, thank you for joining us on the Rapterra report today.
All right, can you hear this, by the way?
Rapterra has entered into what we call the testing phase. Can you tell me a little bit about testing, what that means, and the role of the maintenance team in the process?
Yeah, so a lot of our testing.
I love that guy's fucking patch, by the way.
Very basic. We
Grizzly
are
patch.
running through the fitment of components, the layout of electrical parts, everything that moves has to be touched, has to be put together. We're double and triple checking just about everything before we ever even get to launching a coaster or anything like that.
Gotcha. And what have you accomplished so far? What kinds of things are you planning in the upcoming weeks?
So getting into the more nuts and bolts, we're going over the track every inch, every square foot, double, triple checking.
That's cool as fuck.
We also
so they just threw out a fun fact of essentially every worker here is from all 6 continents besides Antarctica. Yeah, that'd be kind of. I do not imagine there's many Antarcticans. I don't even know if I've ever said that word. But yeah, that's really cool that there's so many people from across the world brought this project together. It's awesome. Oh, why is it muted now? What the fuck?
Electronic components that are being tested, fired, turned on, turned off, but double, triple checking, as I said before. We also have a lot of electronic components that...
What, not quadruple checking? Not quintuple checking? I'm sorry. Am I missing something here? Only triple check... I'm sorry. I don't like how it mutes.
Turned off, but long before they're ever
when I pause.
Powered completely.
Brian, I know while Matt's team is looking at the mechanics, your team is going to be looking at something else. Can you tell us what the operations team is doing as we go through the testing phase?
Sure. So we're really excited to be able to get our hands on the ride once the manufacturer and maintenance has done what they need to. Our main goal is going to be reliability. We want to run this ride, and make sure that all the different components that are part of it, the electrical, the mechanical, are working the way they're supposed to, and doing so consistently, right? Like so that the ride is.
I like how they're giving kind of thuzy general knowledge to locals and stuff. Like as with any new roller coaster, the trains run faster over time as the wheels are broken in and the launch is fine tuned. I really like I really have liked the rest since 2020. Kings Dominion really has done a good turnaround.
As much as possible.
Gotcha. So while Matt's team is looking at the functioning, the mechanics of the ride, you're looking at how it's operating on a day-to-day basis, and you're going to be testing a lot of different variables that, right?
Yeah, we want to make sure that the ride is operating the way that it's going to on a normal operating day. So we're opening and closing the restraints every cycle. We're going to cycle this thing hundreds of times, nonstop, without issue. opening, closing restraints, opening, closing gates, just all the different parts of it that make up the entire ride operation to ensure that it's reliable and consistent. And if we have problems, we'll stop, get Matt's team back out, and make adjustments,
That every time
whatever
was
needs to be
awesome.
done. And we're probably going to start over because
Dude, someone's probably wrote this already, actually. They're probably like, before Christmas, you guys want to ride it?
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Like, I dead ass think that. I feel like people wrote it because they've done so much testing. They've done so much, like, fine tuning with this. Like, they've had this up since before Han. Like, they were so fast. Like, and honestly, it was the best marketing because people throughout the whole year asking, well, what's happening? What's going on here? It's like, they were asking if the ride was open. Like, some people would be like, and I'm like, okay, you're clearly seeing this as, like, empty, like, sitting track here. Like, they're asking. That's kind of crazy, but regardless, there was interest throughout everyone that came to the park about what was happening. And then finally, when they finished everything, did the teaser, there's always people standing out in front of the Rapterra, like, kind of like information kiosks. There's always people looking at it. And I truly think once the locals find out within 1 or 2 years that this is like, something that's really fun, but is not going to rip your face off and pretty much anyone can enjoy it. Yeah, it's going to be a 90-minute wait every single day.
B&Ms are people eaters, baby. Speaking of eating things, I'm going to go grab a beer.
Oh, shit, I need to do that myself.
Yeah, finish this video. Looks good, though.
Yeah, let me finish the video.
consistent, non-stop, have hundreds of consistent, non-stop cycling.
And Brian, this is a brand new ride. It's coming to the park. Does it come with any kind of instruction manual?
So the ride manufacturer does provide us with a mechanical or a maintenance and operations manual. It's kind of the basic information that we need to then create our own policies and procedures. So we'll take what they provide us and then layer on King's Dominion policy procedure, Six Flags policies and procedures to operate this ride consistently in the way we operate similar rides within the company. We'll develop our own manual that will help the ride operator.
This is really well done, by the way.
It is.
Excellent.
Yeah, like
That's- I mean, that's really
this is super nerdy, like heaven. Like you guys aren't watching this, but go watch it.
Yeah, go
these are really cool shots. Yeah, these are really cool shots.
behind that process to make sure that this is a safe, fun ride every time,
We're
right?
starting now, but as soon as we get our hands on it, that'll help us learn a lot more as
Yeah, that launch it just showed wasn't bumpy.
In the station.
A special thank you to Matt and Brian.
That's what I was actually gonna say too. Like, so this video, they showed the launch people were talking about, right? And then I noticed the rest, like, a lot of the ride, like sometimes it was shaky, sometimes it wasn't, and I'm like,
Yeah,
it's like
they probably turned off the shock absorbers or some shit.
no, they turned off the vibrators, the butt plugs, whatever vibrators they left in the ride, they just turned it off. It's cool. Too many vibes. What the fuck? Okay.
Down.
That's-
It is incredibly insightful hearing
why
about the
wasn't it
testing
playing?
process from the teams that are doing it. In addition to our own operations and maintenance teams, there is a third party on site working in conjunction with those teams to make sure that Rapterra is fully tested and ready for launch on opening day. In addition to testing, the team is working hard on constructing the queue line, finishing construction on the station house, completing construction on the exit store. We've begun putting in the final landscaping, and we're restoring the midway to its pre-construction standards. We're looking
That's
forward to
insane.
completing the testing process and making sure that Rapterra
Oh,
is ready
oh
to
God!
launch.
Oh,
Thank you
there
for
it was.
launch. Sure that We're looking forward to
Yeah.
completing the testing process and making sure that Rapterra is ready
It's
to
like
launch.
gyrating.
Thank you for joining us. Is ready to launch. We're looking forward to completing the testing process and making sure that Rapterra is ready to launch.
I mean, I don't know. The track literally looks warped. It's kind of weird, but like,
Yeah, the track does not look straight there at all. Holy moly! Even the profiling
Edition
going
of
up into
the
the
Rapterra report.
pickup looks kind of shitty.
and it's quiet.
Joining us on this edition of the Rapterra report.
You shouldn't be able to talk next to a B&M.
that should be a deafening roar.
Yeah, like he should have had to wait until Rapterra passed by, roared, said, "Hey, how you doing?" and then continued. I think they had to though, because around dead ass, like right behind those trees. If you see my cursor, those houses. So, yeah, I wonder if they're worried about that. People screaming too much. I mean, granted, like, I gotta show you this shot, but it's like, hold on, I'll throw it in. It's on Google. I got it from Google Maps, but it's basically the shot I can take you to.
How fast does it go? Where in the park is this?
No, let me send this to you. Or send this to the shit posting. Well, I put it there. Yeah, I said, where in the park is this? And I'm like, oh my gosh. Someone laughs. Maybe he's being facetious. Being trolly. Yeah, that was a cool little thing, but now we got sad little thing here.
That's legal there?
What?
Where that photo is?
Oh, yeah. There's a house right behind that.
I want to buy it.
No, but if you go there, like, now, you can see all of 305, like, literally even, like, the lower parts, and all of Rapterra because there's no tree, or no leaves.
I love Dale Earnhardt's lower parts.
Well, now you'd be considered a furry, I guess. Because it's a panther.
I won't take such slander.
Well, on Christmas Eve, we got. It's funny actually. Yeah, Katie fans broke the story of Rapterra, and then now we got imminent demolition, Anaconda, King's Dominion.
I'm sad that Tyler and Aaron didn't get to ride it.
It was closed, right?
No, we just kind of skipped it because
Oh, you thought it was gonna be like a ruin their day type of thing, or
like everybody wasn't feeling the best, so it was like, hey, let's not
Right.
push our luck with her feeling sick on that one. I think we did I think we just went right to Flight of Fear.
Especially for a coaster which has played a major role in the history of King's Dominion. I agree, but like. It was the first It was one of my first reverting roller coasters, but it was not Loch Ness, and it did not have the same prestige. Yeah, I don't know. When I went back for the first times in like 2002, 2003, obviously I didn't ride it, but by the end of the day, when we were in the Congo back then and all that stuff, my family, that is basically, they weren't enthusiasts. They did not care anything about Anaconda or anything. They're riding Volcano, and they're riding, like, they're going to go back and ride other stuff in the park. They're not really caring about Anaconda, even back then. So, only thing that really hurts for me is that the fact it has nostalgia value, and it is going to be weird not seeing it in the skyline. And I was shitposting all the time, like, oh, look at this compared to this 305. It is true, it is not necessarily that pretty, but it was a ride that...
I'm going to tell you straight dead ass, bro. I'd rather ride that ride than Cheetah Hunt all day long.
That's rough.
If I got the front row. I need front row, but yeah. I stand by that, by the way.
Moon attractions. Anaconda was not a fan favorite. Yeah, according to Captain Coaster... by the way, this is Katie Fan's article that we're skimming over here. So give it a look on the Anaconda situation. But according to Captain Coaster, I think that's the app you use, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It is the
really cool ranking system on it.
It's King's Dominion's lowest rated existing roller coaster. Well, it's significant at its debut, just like any ride. Dragonfire was significant. You know what I'm saying? Like, people loved Dragonfire until they didn't. People loved, and there's all these other big aero loopers and bigger rides that people loved this ride until they didn't. So they got I got to think of all the wooden coasters. People loved Son of Beast until they didn't. So I'm just like, I think that's another example.
They need RMC Son of Beast.
Yeah. Wait.
Speaking of Beast, they need to make Beast in Marvel Rivals, bro. He would be a really cool tank.
Yeah. Oh man,
Essentially,
they put more X-Men in there. Put more mutants.
honestly, right? That's some of the coolest ones. Also, I want Yondu in there. I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy fan.
That would be. He could use his arrowhead, and
Mm-hmm.
like, he'd be a
Yep.
duelist though.
Yeah. Imagine like his ult is like, you know how like in Call of Duty you used to be able to control like the drones and like the RC car? Like you fly the fucking arrow around yourself and just straight one shot squishies and shit.
And he's just whistling, walking like a G with his hand in his pockets.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all, and just fucking arrow goes everywhere.
No, that would be. I think
I
there's a
love
lot of
Yondu, bro.
opportunity.
I love him so much.
What was it? Fantastic Four is being added. I think I said that, but
Yeah, I'm not a Fantastic Four guy, so.
I just need Doom. But I don't think they're adding him. Like,
Which is crazy because they mentioned Doom so much.
yeah.
I want to get on my Captain Coaster real quick. Sorry for the tangent, everybody, but you're here for it.
And that's one thing I will say on this article. I'm not gonna miss Anaconda, but I would have loved to have gotten last rides. A lot of people would have loved to have gotten last rides.
Yeah.
There was opportunity easily. You had all haunt. Like, that decision was clearly made then. I just don't know. It does raise interesting questions about the future site, but let's see what they say. Given Anaconda's domination over what remains of Lake Charles, the major alteration can either spell doom for the rest of the lake or hopefully usher in a large dredging and cleanup effort to restore Lake Charles to somewhat semblance of its former glory. That's kind of not possible because the water park took a lot of what Lake Charles was. But
Imagine they put like some GCI, like just a wooden out there on that water.
now, if they keep the underwater tunnel, that'll be telling. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I truly think they could make a Vekoma tilt there that utilizes the underwater tunnel. And that'd be fucking awesome.
Anaconda is ranked 1,388th in the world, which is pretty bad. 23%. So,
Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad.
yeah. I gave it a 3-star out of 5-star rating. I liked it. I wish I could find my review of it, but I guess I didn't give one.
Speaking of Jungle X, the decision to call Anaconda from the attraction lineup certainly puts to bed one of the most significant questions we had of Jungle X's lore. Anaconda was never formally named X's Snake Temple. I guess it wasn't. Per lore of the land, there's now one more hidden temple they have yet to discover. And it's so easy to just put in a snake-themed coaster. There's so many snake-themed coasters. Well, that's all they had on the topic, but personally, as someone who rode the ride for over 20 years now, or no, it wasn't over 20 years. It was close to 15. But that ride got me into it. I loved it at the time when I was a kid, when I first got on it. It was the first time I went upside down, first time I felt any of those forces. So I think to get you in, it was a great ride to do that. You know, what it turned into when you ride more rides, that's a whole other discussion. But I think them getting rid of it, if we will get something new, that's great. If Jungle X continues to grow, you know, when we thought it's kind of going to stay this way for a little while, that's great. I do think King's Dominion probably wanted to hold on to this a bit longer. But corporate saw the papers, saw Mr. Krabs walked into the door and said, money. And, you know, that was the end of it. You know, they had to get rid of something.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and then he's just, while he's doing the
like
dance.
with Rapterra, they're probably not going to get anything new, right?
No, not for a little bit at least. But I
And
will
a
say,
paid job on Dale.
yeah, I will say, if there are, I'm not going to talk about these rumors yet. I've told you them off the cast, but the rumors of the other park up north is true. Then, and I just basically imagine a lot more investment coming into King's Dominion. Expected, actually, if that happens, because yeah, that would make a lot of sense if they were to do that. But we have to see if they actually commit to that. I think they're still doing their scheduling for a lot of these parks. A lot of them are placeholders now; they're not their actual schedules. So, Yeah, but rest in peace to Anaconda. You know, you had a piece in King's Dominion history, replaced King Cobra.
You're cool looking.
Charles.
You're cool looking.
And hopefully something better replaces you. Now, that might be a pretty low bar, but generally speaking, I hope they keep and, like they said, enhance Lake Charles to what it kind of used to be. It's not going to be nearly as big, but hopefully they can utilize something there. I've heard some pretty... Okay, I'm going to say this rumor that I heard because it's interesting. I heard rumors that Railblazer is going to go there from California's Great America. After
Dude, as long as they don't do that in the first, next year or two, because I got to get back out there. So
they just go back out there and and Snake Coaster 33400, Snake Python. Oh wait, they can't use that. Python Pit Shrieker.
Viper.
That's actually a decent-ish name, but they wouldn't think of that. They'd make it too much. It's like Python Pit Viper Shrieker, the ride.
the inverting roller coaster.
They had to make it cheesy in some way. Just make it hard for guests to remember. That's the only way to make a good ride name now, apparently. In Six Flags eyes. Yeah, just randomly make up a word like Pantherian or Rakshasa. Or just basically like come up with a noun and like an adverb. So I don't know.
Yeah, what are those called? Mad Libs? I kind of want to do Mad Lib roller coaster making.
Oh, that actually sounds like a fun thing to do in line.
Yeah, we could make like a book.
Oh, I was saying I need
Like
to get a bop.
fill in the color and how many, things like that. That'd be fun.
I was saying I need to get a bop it for line. Imagine someone just putting out a bop it. You just start hearing bop it.
They make bop it minis, dude.
Exactly. So I'm just like, I need to get that for like the park.
They probably fit in some Thuzy cargo pockets, man.
Right.
Easy. What's next on the docket here, brother?
What is big investments for Kentucky Kingdom? Is this a video? Oh yeah, they got a present coming May 2025. Oh God! Sorry, the ears. It's still kind of loud. Oh wow,
yeah.
I just skipped it. Okay, never mind. New land coming in 2025. $11 million in new experience as part of the 2-year, $25 million investment. I thought it was $30 million. Family-friendly, Kentucky-themed. 3 new family rides. I feel like I need to sound like Santa. 2 upgraded dining venues. 1 new playground.
Hold on.
With the elves.
You sound like Santa holding in a inhale, which is hilarious.
Experience it all, May 2025.
He read every word and then he started coughing and said none of them.
But yeah, they're getting. Fucking, I guess we can learn more because I'm like, what are they getting? New land coming 2025. That's it.
Have you ever considered voice acting? You're pretty fucking good at that shit.
I have considered it. I'm gonna see if I've honestly been lazy. I need to make a reel, but really, it all just comes from playing D&D.
Yeah.
2 years of D&D.
The thespian that comes out from that game.
Yeah. So that was a waste of time, actually. I guess besides Stoner Santa, but there's a cool little thing here for enthusiasts. I just think it's cool whenever stuff like this gets highlighted, but Taylor Bybee had his footage in the recent Sonic 3 of El Toro. Isn't that fucking cool? Us enthusiasts getting up. We were contracted by Paramount and asked to provide a clip on an intimidating wooden roller coaster. And our shot of El Toro was used on a scene with Jim Carrey. Yeah, that's a...
I think this is like the coolest news this week. I think that's fascinating.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Like you could mention shit like that to your friends and family. Like I was on a date yesterday to see Nosferatu in theaters, and I was like, oh hey, that movie has footage from roller coaster nerds in our community.
One of my favorite coasters.
Of at one time my number 2.
Yeah, that's freaking. I think that's freaking awesome that Paramount did that. Because they could have easily just ripped it and said, "Oh, oops, sorry."
Ripped it or done AI.
Oh, exactly, or just done shitty AI, or done what every animation and studio does. For some reason, I don't know why every other like sub industry and the music and the entertainment industry, just doesn't get what roller coasters do. Because whenever you look at a roller coaster in these movies, in these shows, in these games, God forbid, if they're a custom layout, they are the worst, almost unrealistic coaster you could ever imagine. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of hilarious sometimes. Like, I think the most recent one I looked at was the one in Spider-Man on PS4. And that just would not physically function. And I'm like, y'all literally have Cyclone. Coaster? Yeah, and y'all literally have Cyclone and all that shit there. Like, I'm confused. Y'all did such a good job. And it's my nitpick as a coaster enthusiast. I'm like, they do such a good job with these worlds and there's you living in them and all this stuff, and then the rides are ass. Like,
yeah, Cyberpunk has a big one that doesn't make any sense either.
So I was about to say 2077, that pier coaster would kill people. It would dead ass kill people. There's just bents, no banking or on returns or anything. Yeah, I know what they were trying to go for. They were trying to go for the big ENF miler models. I think the Wildcats.
That's what it looks. That's literally what it looks like, right? There's no banking on a coaster that size, looking like it's going 100 miles an hour. Like, what the fuck? We're bringing back the idiot of the week, I guess. Because I skipped over something, but yeah, I'm gonna just go over this real quick because apparently on Christmas Day, Pirates of the Caribbean closed. Granted, I didn't even know so many parks were open on Christmas until I found out this year. What are your thoughts on that? I'm sorry, say it one more time.
What are your thoughts on parks being open on Christmas?
Disney's gonna do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't go to those typically on the holidays, but I mean, it's a good opportunity to pay your workers holiday pay, which is good if they have that. But also terrible to force your workers there to work if they don't want to. So it depends. Some people, like I know there's people that do my job that love working the holidays because it makes for a fat paycheck, but.
Yeah, but this guy on the holidays, on Christmas Day,
he deserves to be slapped.
Was just going on for over an hour when Pirates of the Caribbean broke down while holding a baby on his hip, just insulting and lambasting a cast member. Like they broke down the ride. And honestly, people like this guy, fuck this guy. Seriously. He deserves a complete big old fuck you. And for ruining all 60 people's Christmas that day, that cast member's day, and thinking that you have any authority when you are privileged enough to even be there on Christmas. Like, Pirates of the Caribbean, heckler, go fuck yourself. From the high rollers to you. I hope you step on a Lego and you have to get stitches from it. That's how bad it is.
I hope you drop that kid out and no, never mind.
I'm like, all right, let's not.
No, that was a joke. It's a joke.
I'm like, all right. Cut the cast.
Edit that out.
It's like we're canceled. All right. The low rollers. New cast. All right. But no, Six Flags Over Georgia officially owns all of Over Georgia now. Or excuse me, Six Flags officially owns all of Over Georgia now. Over Georgia does not own itself. Yeah, so big news. Remaining ownership with both Six Flags Over Georgia and Whitewater, and Six Flags came out on top. So they have full ownership. I think that's I don't know how many of their parks they have full ownership of actually. But I know it's not a lot of them. I think their Texas parks they do. I think. And maybe St. Louis, but I don't know about any other park to be honest. Rip Ride Rockit confirmed to be leaving.
Rip.
I would take a rip in its honor, but
You know what? I'm gonna go do that.
good.
Let me transfer over to my phone real quick.
But Universal has final plans with the SFWWMD for Project 830, the removal and replacement of Rip Ride Rockit. So
I do like that they're already willing to say replacement,
right.
And have plans for something. So that's pretty tight. Say hi to the
removal
cat, boy cat.
Oh, which cat?
Boy cat. He was meowing at me.
Oh, hello, boy cat.
Yup.
Main drainage. Yeah, they're just so the project description is removing existing attraction and replace with proposed attraction. So yeah, they're already looking for a replacement unless they have it already. You know.
What are we getting, folks?
Yeah, that's the speculation now. A lot of people are saying into the vertical launch. I could see something a bit more. I don't know. Honestly, Universal, they kind of go out when it comes to coasters. So I don't know if I can predict what they're going to do, to be honest.
Here, can I have an idea for next cast and to put it out on the Twitter space?
Go ahead.
Let's do a your wish list for what you'd want to replace the ride with, and a separate guess of what you think would actually be.
That's a good idea.
So we could ask everybody what they'd want and do some shout outs on the next week's cast.
Yeah, apparently in a new survey, would you want Simpsons and Disney? Because Disney put out a new survey, asked guests that Walt Disney Company's brands, franchises, and offerings, including The Simpsons. The answers include character meet and greets at the Disney theme parks, and new lands or attractions at the Disney theme parks. And then they just have Simpsons, on the bottom of the browser. I get they own them, but it's like they haven't shown them in any Disney theme park property ever. Maybe there's merch that I don't know about, but yeah, that's interesting. Considering that Simpsons Land seems to be going out at Universal parks, or it feels that way very soon. Isn't one of them closing soon, or am I bugging?
I don't know. They haven't had the Simpson family car out forever though. Their whatever it is. So.
Well, I can only hope that can get that fixed. Oh yeah, so we went over the.
You won't have time to do Universal, right?
Do Universal? Oh no, yeah, I definitely can't because I don't have a kidney to give right now. So.
Fair.
Yeah, when I had my pass, it was free game, and then they put it up like twice the price. I'm like, yeah, I can't be and I wasn't going to Florida as much. I'm like, yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Hopefully back in 2026 doing that or something like that, but because I love Island so much, I love that place. Siren's Curse is beginning the chain lift. That's still very far behind Siren's Curse though. Siren's Curse is like has the chain, I think. The tower is starting with like inversions on the ground. They're a ways away. Granted, they stole this from Mexico, so it's a little whoopsie. And that's it. Because we covered a little fire. That is all the news.
So yeah, for those of you who are still listening, what would you want to replace Rip Red Rocket?
Man, what would you want to replace Red Red Rocket?
I want something with a kick-ass fucking light package, like does Voltron look cool as fucking night or something?
A Mach Striker.
One of those. Yeah, because like that light package makes that fucking ride.
That ride in general just looks incredible. Like the queue, the fact there's electricity playing music. I'm not gonna spoil the beginning part. I mean, it kind of has been spoiled for some people, but that first part looks amazing, and then everything else about the ride, obviously, like so much ride time too, where it actually looks like varied elements. Yeah, I can't wait. You know, for me, I feel like that might be winning a award, which I'm gonna get into. With the Stonies, we're bringing the Stonies back. We have our categories, which we're gonna be putting out 2 a day for y'all to vote on. And we're gonna be combining the Twitter and the Instagram to see who comes out on top of the categories here. With that being said, done. We have the categories. We just keep coming up with some of the names of them.
We got to get the stoner names, baby.
But basically, most mid is still there. Mids in general.
Mids.
So that's what that is. And the Roach. So
The
smallest.
What's
But it still hits. You know, you get those roaches. You gotta make it into just a big little blunt. Yeah, it's like should be hitting.
You ever throw like a roach just like straight up in a bowl?
Oh yeah.
So you don't have to burn your hands, just rip her down.
That's literally just to finish it off, just throw it in the bowl. Yeah, that's the classic. But no, we have all the regular stuff we're gonna be putting out there. Like, we're gonna stonerify them, like we said. But like, best throw ride, best theming, best food, best show, best new ride, all that stuff. So be on the lookout. We want to hear y'all's input. That's why we're doing this. Also, if you are interested in High Rollers merch, we're doing a giveaway for that. You can do 3 of these office little like stands or just the logo for anyone that really wants it. Even though it's late, it's literally New Year. It's giving season.
I need the link to that, bro.
I know, I'll let you know. Well, because honestly, we're making it with 3D printing, so it would be us. But it is a fun little project. Basically, our first set of merch. We're giving away 3, but otherwise, if people are interested, just hit me up. The price will be not bad at all. Trust, like $10 for like a High Rollers like logo, just to sit there. And if you guys really want it, you can probably put it on your dashboard too.
I was thinking about putting one on my desk right underneath my screen.
Yep.
You could drill out some LED holes too. Be a real nerd.
Oh hell yeah. That's what's up. But that and another thing in the works. That's all I'm gonna say. There's one more thing in the works. But that is the official thing. We're doing a giveaway with that, probably with the Stonies. It's happening in 2 weeks. But otherwise, y'all, thank y'all for. Well, actually, hold up. What do we want to do? Just want to do freaking the reviews a little bit, and then end it here.
Or we could do you want to do the coastal of the day, whatever?
I'm gonna get addicted to coastal. I haven't done coastal on the cast in a bit, but it's time.
Yeah, let's run it.
I'm glad that when I just put in coastal now, it just actually works. Okay. So give me
You want to try my strategy?
What's your strategy?
I think the best first guest is Alpengeist as far as American coasters go.
Because it shows if it's a normal coaster, if it's an invert.
Yeah,
if it's
it gives
tall.
a ton of information. Okay, USA, hell yeah.
So it's not B&M, it's not inverted, it's less than 6 inversions. Less than 197 feet. So it's small. This is a roach.
Well, not necessarily. 'Cause 197 is still pretty big. I would do something. What are you thinking? Want to do, I guess, a Woody? Guess something like that?
Yeah, we could do like, I'll do Thunderhead. Just to
Hell yeah.
just to give love to the coaster. So it's not GCI, but it's a sit down.
Zero inversions.
And it's shorter than 102 feet.
Oh, it is a roach. Here we go. Slower than 55, so it's not some fast launch shorty.
I kind of want to say Slinky Dog. I'm not going to hold you.
Okay, go for it.
I'm feeling Slinky Dog Dash.
How tall?
That'll get all the small shit out of the way. It's smaller than that?
Damn. We didn't gain anything. It's smaller and slower. Dude, is this just some stupid fucking worm?
D?
D.
What's a really small coaster that starts with a D? Now it's a daily, so it can't be like something too out there. But
so it's gonna be and slow.
It's fucking slow.
Shorter than
Slinky Dog is fucking slow. So the fact that
it's slower than 40. It is literally shorter than 49. It has zero inversions. It's a sit down, and it's in America, and we don't know its manufacturer. It's not B&M. It's not GCI. It's not Mac.
Dahlonega Mine Train, like.
How tall is that though? Before you drop that,
it's not tall at all. It's fucking tiny.
I love that ride, by the way.
It's not Arrow, but I guess 36 feet tall.
It's 30. Okay.
Okay, we're whittling it down though because its length. Its length is longer than the mine train. It's 2,300 feet, and Slinky Dog is 2,700. So it's in between that margin, and the speed is between 40 and 29 miles an hour.
40 and 30. So yeah, it's in the 30s. It's 30 to 39.
What the fuck?
What the fuck? Some weird.
Dinosaur's not a coaster. I'm like,
what? I mean, can I look up like coasters by their height? Like, is that a thing or is that cheating?
It's cheating if you do any information looking.
Okay.
That's
Sorry.
I play at least.
Yeah, that's fair.
So unless I'm super stumped, like for fucking like 30 minutes.
Can I phone a friend?
Sure, we can. Or who are we phoning?
I'm calling my brother.
That's perfect.
Hey, we're live streaming Talk Loud, but so you'll come through. We are doing a coastal. I'm phoning a friend.
Okay.
And what you get? And we have. It's really short and slow. It's 36 feet tall.
Okay.
It's 30 to 39 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Zero inversions. Sit down. It's in America. It's not an Arrow. It's not a Mach. It's not a GCI. It's not a B&M. So we haven't guessed a Vekoma yet. But we don't know what's 36 feet.
Or starts with a D.
How long is it?
Oh, and what did you say? It starts with what?
A D.
It starts with a D. It's in between. It's probably 24 to 2,700 feet long.
It's a coastal. The coaster Wordle. Can you show it to me?
Oh yeah, here. Let me full screen West shit. The problem is it's on West screen. Can you move your screen there thing? There you go.
Okay. Let's see here.
We have Alpengeist, Thunderhead, Slinky, and
I'm like, I can't believe it's this small.
It's so small. It's 36 feet.
I don't know if Jordan can hear me, but hi, Jordan.
Could it be some sort of Tivoli?
He cannot because you're in my headset.
Right.
West, did you hear what he said? Could it be some sort of what? Tivoli?
Yeah.
I don't know what a Tivoli is, but it starts with a. The hint is it starts with a D.
It's not an Arrow?
It's not an Arrow. Yeah, what starts with a D in the USA that's 36 feet tall?
Are there Vekoma mine trains?
Is there a Vekoma mine? Yeah, we haven't guessed any Vekomas that start with D yet.
What's the one at Six Flags Over George? Is that an arrow or a Vekoma?
That's an arrow, and we guessed that.
Oh.
It's exactly that height, though. It's 36 feet tall.
Does that have any clones?
I don't know. What are you thinking, West?
It starts with a D. Oh, man.
Say hi to the cast, Jordan.
Hey, guys.
Yeah, Jordan's going to be coming on here. He guys going on the YouTube would be talking about the British thing, so be on the lookout for that.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, me too. It's a hard one, man.
What about what's that one at Legoland? Does start Dino
Jordan says, what about the one at Langoland?
Legoland, Tampa, Florida.
Isn't that Rorosaurus?
Oh, that might be.
Wait a minute. You guys have Rorosaurus down by you?
We have a Legoland Rorosaurus, yeah.
Never mind. Wait, what about the dragon one?
Oh,
at Legoland.
Oh, that's a... What's the dragon one? What a guess, Jay. Let's see.
Dragon's Apprentice.
No, at Legoland, the Legoland in Orlando or Kissimmee, wherever the hell.
Dragon at Legoland, Florida.
Dragon, just dragon, yeah. Let's give it a shot. Nope, it's not a Vekoma.
It's actually taller.
An emergency? No.
Hint number 2. We suck. The
Park name is starts with a
park.
B.
Look at the hint.
Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
Busch Gardens.
No way.
Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. What do they have?
Dark Coaster.
Dark Coaster.
That
makes sense.
am
Hey, we got it, baby.
Nailed it.
Nailed it after the hint. It's an Intamin. We didn't guess the Intamin. All right, I think we need redemption.
Oh.
Jordan, if you want to join Discord, you can. All right. See you, bud. Alrighty. Which one's this?
Oh, this is the Endless. But is he joining? Or is he...
No, he's with family.
Gotcha. Shouts to Jord. Busy man.
Yeah, hopefully he came through somewhat. But
I could kind of hear him on my I could hear him, but it wasn't like the clearest.
Yeah.
But I could hear him.
I was like moving the phone around because I was FaceTiming him to show him the screen, so he wasn't really near the mic that much. My bad.
No, you're good. I'm gonna do Diamondback. I like doing B&M hypers or something like that. It's easy.
Yeah. Sit
All right.
down.
So
All
not
right.
B&M, but it's sit down. Okay. It has inversions.
See, that one's so
tall.
tall, so it kind of... No, what do you mean not that tall? Dude, that thing's enormous.
Well, no. It's saying it's
It's
not.
just less than 250, yeah.
It's less than
That's why... All right. I want to say... So it has an inversion then.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Definitely has an inversion. I did not know Diamondback was 80 miles an hour either.
Yeah, B&M Hypers fucking slap, bro. That's why I like Nitro. It fucking feels fast.
Yeah, this is kind of any guess now. It just has to be an inverting coaster. It isn't a B&M.
Yep.
It's not an invert.
You want to do an RMC here?
Sure.
All right. Let's do a medium-sized RMC. What's like 150 feet? Yeah, Wildcat. Good one. Yeah. Wildcat's Revenge.
It's not Rocky Mountain Construction,
Damn it.
but it's less than 4 inversions. Not as tall,
Ooh,
but it's longer.
And we know it's speed.
I'm getting Intamin vibes. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yep. Wait, what's Velocicoaster do?
Velocicoaster's 150 though with the top hat.
Oh, damn it! So
Yeah.
it's shorter than 140.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is this fucking Maverick?
Could be Maverick. I can put that. Wait, no. Yeah, it is faster than.
Yeah, Maverick goes 70
Could be
something.
Maverick. That's a good choice.
I mean that's the good Intamin guess, right?
Yeah.
Call boom, baby.
Redemption.
Redemption.
Yeah, I was getting.
All right, this is my last one, brother. I work tomorrow, so.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Let's make it good then. What's the last coastal we're sitting on?
All right, let's start with Banshee. I love B&M. Just like you do hypers, I do the inverts.
It is a good strategy, to be honest, because you get out a coaster type too.
Yeah.
I think we've got lucky and got all USA today. So, because I felt like if we're getting out of state, that makes it so much harder. Because we have majority of the coasters. So, yeah, it's a US coaster. That's all we got, though.
That's all we got. Everything else
not inverted.
is wrong.
Less than 7 inversions. Not as tall as it.
Also, for those listening, if you do these faster than us in your head, you win a free 3D printed thing.
It's like, wait. It's like, we don't have enough of that plastic. We're doing it like that, but just hit me up for real, because like they're so. For how I'm surprised how cheap it is. Like literally $10 ordeal.
If you're this far along, if you're this far along in the cast, yeah, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you a winner.
Yeah, but
anyways, let's get this coastal, baby. Shorter than 167. See, that's why that's a good guess, because now we know, like, that's very middle of the road. So, all right, let's do a Woody. Let's do a Woody. That's not Thunderhead. Let's
Voyage.
No, Voyage is taller than that, I think, right?
It's around that height. That's slightly taller, actually, but it's definitely longer. So I'm gonna do Legends longer too.
Don't do that. Do
Raven. No, let's do holiday rules. What's another one here? Gold Striker.
Yeah. Gold Striker's less than 1.
Yeah, it's a GCI. They don't make big. Why is it not showing up?
Because you spelled it wrong.
Does it need a? Oops.
Oops.
And yeah, it's a space in between. It's a set down at least, but it's not GCI.
So the speed is narrowed down.
Mm-hmm. Speed
to 55 to 67. That's telling information, right?
Yeah, and there are inversions. At least none to 7.
1 to 6, right? 1 to 6.
And then height of 109 to 166. So
Yee. And
the length is 1,000 feet. Like 4,130 to 4,000. Like well, no, it's like 3,200.
How tall is Kumba?
I don't know. It has to be like 120. Maybe I'm feeling 140. I'm not gonna hold you, but
because like Kumba does 7 inversions, right?
Yeah, it does do 7 inversions. That's half.
How many does Montu do?
7. 7 or 6, but I know it's.
Oh wait, it's not both. It's not B&M. It's not B&M.
Mm-hmm. It's not B&M.
I'm stupid.
Still curtains taller, so. And it's more inversions. What am I saying? Full throttle is taller and faster. It's not B&M. See that's generally because B&Ms are around that speed. Generally, a lot of the time, so that's why I'm like, it's throwing me off.
Yeah,
it could be a gravity group. Could try Raven. No, it has inversions.
Yeah, it's got to invert. Wait, what's fucking Mind Blower? Or the other, or Hades?
Hades is 120, I think. And we could see it was gravity group because at that point we kind of know it's not a wooden coaster. If
well, yeah, it's a safe. It's safe to get. Yeah, but wait, is Hades fit the height?
I'm pretty sure it does. I remember it being 120-ish, but it could be
okay.
taller.
Full send it.
It's not gravity group. Never mind. It's 160. What the fuck? That thing is not. The drop has to be 160. There's no fucking way that thing is 160.
Well, hey, it's still fit in the parameters, so.
Anyways, it's a W. It's the coaster first letter.
Is it Wildcat's Revenge?
We did that, did we not?
Yeah, on the other one. Yeah. Wait, does Wildcat's Revenge go faster than 68?
Yeah, no.
All right, I would guess Wildcat's Revenge. It's got more than one inversion.
Yeah, it does.
Easy mode. God. Bro, I'm fucking carrying this team. Put them on my back. Put them on my back. On the...
I was like, this middle tier.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well,
look at it.
That's I love doing coastal in the cast. I don't know.
Happy. Yeah, no, it's fun as fuck. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Just shit on some coastal.
Let's go. Let's go.
Just simple work, you know. Sorry for the random slam boom there. Y'all, thank you for listening to this cast. I know it's a bit of a shorter one. You're probably like, wow, you don't got 30 more minutes in you? I need to catch up on some Z's. I'm not going to hold y'all.
Speaking of catching up on Z's, follow me on Marvel Rivals at Cause King if you want to get some games in.
Oh, yeah. And me at West Tower or Intimidator 305. I'll play on both. But no, yeah, we've had a great time on that game. It's been awesome. I'm actually probably going to get on for a little bit before.
Hell yeah, I'm literally logging in right now.
The addiction. Yeah, go ahead and follow and make sure to check out the Buzzbar stuff for the Sunshine Stumble and whatever
I'll
stuff
see you there.
Wobbles, because I know they announced a wobble today or yesterday. Well, I forgot where that was, unfortunately, but just be sure to check out the website, the Discord if you're in there, all the socials. Stay up to date with the BBCC. Also check out the YouTube for all the Planet Coaster stuff. There will be a extras video for the Willoughby experience, but otherwise, Brothers Peak will be having videos coming out. And
Brothers Peak.
Yep. Oh yeah. I'm doing an F5 recreation of one of my favorite RMCs I've made in Planet Coaster 1. So that's gonna be a much smaller series, but something I enjoyed putting together. So keep on the lookout for that. A lot of Planet Coaster stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be cool. And yeah, I think that's everything. I'm forgetting something here. But no, everyone stay homey out there. Make sure to follow on the socials. Follow the main at High Rollers DMV on Instagram and at the High Rollers C on Twitter. And go ahead and follow Tyler at Brothers Back Row on Twitter and at Brothers of B Row on Instagram. I can never remember on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm currently uninstalled on Instagram, but I'll get back for this. I will get back for the Stonies though to be voting on both Instagram and Twitter.
Okay, it's Brothers of Back Row on Instagram. But yeah, follow me at West Tower Coasters on Instagram and West Tower C on Twitter. But everyone, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Catch y'all for the Stonies. There might be a small episode in between to cover some news so we can really focus on Stony stuff when it comes.
We doing the Stonies live at the barn?
We might be able to. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Literally do what is it, gas or pass or something on like every single Stony award and just get absolutely faded with Boy Cat and Girl Cat.
That actually might be the move. Live episode.
I mean, of Stonies. Yeah, we could do a live one. We could stream it we'll let the viewers vote.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Hopefully y'all are excited to be voting. So I know for some reason people just love voting. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna whittle it down. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have just open, be like, fuck it, just throw it down here, like. If you throw down this, it counts as a vote. Like. And then I'm just going to count up and tally it up. So. Y'all. Catch y'all in the next one. There might be an episode 66 in between it. If not, be prepared for the Stonies. But take care. Peace out. Never know who you meet in this silly little hobby. Take care, everyone.